But now we can't see the whole thing, but it's cool. I'm just gonna move this.
What you move?
I'm gonna move this. So I want this in the.
You want this in there in the background? Yeah. Slide through this.
People.
Feeling like Cameron and Mace up in here.
Yeah.
So just cover this up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
just cover that how I had it before, and then just leave that the logo.
Next time I come, I'm gonna have a suit on.
Can I put it in the middle?
No, put it over there because that's covering up. That don't look right. What the hell is all sideways? Yeah, there you go. That's like that.
But see, I wanted to train the brain in the back.
Dude,
no,
it's already
like
on the.
I'm gonna do it like this. What you say, Kacey?
I say it all look good to me. It all look good. It all look good. Let's ride.
Let's ride like this. We good.
Because normally the background is the your other room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where you got the jerseys on the wall.
All right. I just need you to, before you dip, to let us know if you can hear it. You feel me? We live and direct from TTBFC Studios. This is a live taping, recording episode live. I guess it ain't a taping or recording if it's live.
If it's live.
You feel me? We live and direct. So that means this ain't no Photoshop. This ain't no type of camera tricks or none of that. We are sitting right next to each other. You feel me?
That's why it took so long for y'all to get a new episode. I was waiting till I got right here so we can get y'all exclusive content game.
Now, so, now we did have a little discrepancy over these shirts because I had to. Anyway, I ain't gonna give y'all the whole story.
I will. He knew what he was doing. You see how he got purple? He gave me the black and white, but it's okay. It's okay because it's a nice ass shirt anyway. He just listen. He's been doing a lot of creative marketing over here lately, and if y'all ain't been paying attention, y'all see this right here. He just made sure that was right for y'all. You know what I'm saying? The shirts, he makes sure those are right for y'all. If y'all ever see his YouTube or Instagram page, he has nothing but clothes. He don't even wear nothing else unless it says Train the Brain on it. So for y'all to even see him wearing no cap, y'all got to know it's Train the Brain inspired. You know what I mean? So, right. So, you know what I'm saying? But the shirts look good. They feel good. So look right now, he running a special 5 for $100
all day.
Buy 5 get 1 free.
Absolutely. Now, like I was telling you though, off camera, the authentic. I don't. That ain't really a good word because these are authentic. But the ones that I really want us to have, they coming soon. So don't worry about it. You'll get those. But this, I want to make sure that we, at least since we was going live, I actually made these ones myself real quick last minute because I wanted to make sure we had
matching attire.
Had the no cap on for our first live since my boy's in town.
Man, look, I've been waiting to get out here too. Like, man, let me get back home. Y'all don't even understand. When you've been gone for so long and then you get back, the air feels different. The quality of air, you can breathe a little bit. And I've been sending you text messages. Did I send you some text messages? I know I had some. Yes, I did. Didn't I send you a text message the other day? With a good
I don't think so.
I thought I did too. Let me make sure, because I want to make sure I didn't forget it. Yes, I did. Plan in your face.
Oh yeah.
Plan in your face.
You did say
Yeah. I had to make sure I remember. How you been though? How everything been going?
Man, everything is good, man. I don't have no complaints, man. Just thankful and blessed and
highly favored. You know what I've been going through lately? I've been going through a whole bunch of turmoil. This is when you know God favors you, right? Because I've been going through a whole bunch of turmoil, but you'll never know, right? Unless I tell you. Yeah. So I ain't gonna go into, but a whole bunch of turmoil. But I've been seeing a lot of manifestations coming behind it. Yeah. So when you favored, your manifestations start coming out, even when you don't think that they're coming out, but they start coming out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like example. Let me give you an example. What's an example of something good that just happened to me? I'm out here.
Yeah, straight up.
That's a manifestation. That's a manifestation. What's another one? What's another one? Man, everything just been happening. The money been coming in. All the blessings just be coming, even when you don't think they're coming. Like the other day, I got mad. Perfect example. Other day, I get mad. I woke up in the morning and enough runs wasn't coming in for me. I'm like, damn. Or I had just ran one at night, but I felt like I know I'm gonna be moving. Not moving, but going out of town. You know how you know when you go out of town, you're trying to hurry up and stack up and get as much as you can before you get out of town. So I was like, let me get on this hike real quick. And I got up in the morning. I had just ran one late at night. Then I got up and I went to go run another one. I wanted to anyway, but I said, let me wait till this one get a little bit more money to it before I go take it. And somebody took it, right? And I couldn't get it. So now I'm in my feelings a little bit like, damn, I just missed that bread. I shouldn't have been choosy. Oh, that's gonna be a good. I shouldn't be choosy. I should just take what was being presented and take what's given. And what happened was I missed it, and I felt myself getting a bad energy behind it. And what happened later in the day was I took a lesser one, right? But I took it, but I missed the other one that was gonna pay me more. You know what I'm saying? Well, pay more, add to it, and so it made me get into a funk. But what happened is I went and did that one, and then somebody else called me and say, "Hey, man, I need you to run this for me. I need you to run this for me." And it's at 2 o'clock. I said, "All right, I'll run it for you." And what ended up happening ultimately is the money that I missed earlier was made back up at 2 o'clock. But here's the beauty of it: I knew I had 2 additional runs that was set for this weekend, right? And I knew I wasn't gonna be able to make them. But in my head, I'm like, "Damn, I need this bread," right? And lo and behold, this run that came up here took the place of these 2 runs that I got on the weekend. Because the run that I did here, it overran, right? So I ended up having to hold the freight overnight, paid me more, drop it off in the morning, paid me more, and did the long hours that I did earlier.
It was like 2 and 1.
It was 2 and 1. Covered it all up, covered everything that I made, right? And then the moves that I had for this weekend that I was supposed to cancel, right? One of them canceled automatically, but rescheduled for next week for when I get back. So it's still there. Then the run that I got that goes on Mondays, I was supposed to give it to somebody else because I'm like, y'all don't know what time I'm gonna get back. But he just called me and was like, you know what? They pushed this move to later in the evening. So when you get back, just go get your truck and come back and get it. So everything works out.
So sometimes that what feel like turmoil, it just be our own
feelings in our head. In our head.
Because we want it to look a certain way because we would be more comfortable, rightfully so, if it looked the way we picture it. You know what I mean? It would be more comfortable. Like how I envision it, that's how I want it to be, and that would make me more comfortable. Because the way I envision it, I can see it, I can touch it, I can feel it. But that's not always how faith works, right? You know what I mean? So, and it's cool when it's right there, you can see it because that's comfortable. You know what I mean? But I guess the moral of the story is you got to be comfortable knowing it's going to work out anyway.
Yeah.
Because then it come about and it be like, oh, damn, okay. You know what I mean? All I had to do was let it play out the way it needed to. And it ain't just comfortable like we want it to be comfortable, but you got to find the comfort in knowing it's going to work out anyway.
The problem that I suffer with is getting out of my own damn head.
Yeah,
that's the problem that I deal with, getting out of my own head and then projecting. I've been getting this a lot. People been saying, you're projecting your feelings on me. You're projecting. And to me, it's like, I ain't projecting shit on you. I'm just speaking mine. You know what I mean? Yeah. And when you speak yours, what they say, a hit dog a holler.
Yeah. What do that saying mean?
A hit dog a holler?
Yeah.
Shit.
How many people got here right now?
We got people in here.
Can y'all hear us? Hey, I want to make sure because we live. So if you can hear us, make sure you let me know.
Hey.
If you can hear us live and direct, I want to make sure our mics and everything is working. But what you were saying?
Yeah, a hit dog holler mean if it resonates with you, you're gonna say something on it. If I be like, man, people always want to come somewhere and ain't got no damn money. You want to come in here and got no damn money, but they always want to be the first one there. And then you jump out. Yeah, I got money. Ain't nobody talking about me. Well, no, I didn't mention nobody's name. I didn't mention nobody's name. I didn't say nothing. But you felt like it resonated with you. So a hit dog a holler. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what that means. But people say
it's like if the shoe fits, wear it.
If the shoe fits, wear it.
Oh,
or I'm stepping on your toes.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So, but people be saying I be projecting, but it's hard to get out your own head sometimes.
It's especially when you're a thinker. You know what I mean? Something happened to me, right? And then the message came to me, and it kept coming to me. And as you was just saying that, it reminded me. And the message was, so I was looking for something the other day, right, in the drawer. I kept opening the drawer, and I was like, "Man, where the other thing got?" I'm like, "Man, she's like, it should be in the drawer." I said, "It ain't in the drawer." She's like, "It should be in the drawer." I said, "It ain't in there." I said, "Well, if it's in the drawer, come get it." And I went back to doing what I was doing. She walked in. She was like, "It's right there
in the drawer."
I'm like, "Man, it wasn't there a second ago." And then look what happened. It was there the whole time.
Right.
I had to open my eyes.
You were looking. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I had to open my eyes.
You wasn't seeing it.
I wasn't seeing it.
But
it was right in front of my face the whole time.
Right.
But my eyes wasn't open. I could see, but I wasn't seeing.
Damn. How often do we do that?
So then the message came to me. I was laying in bed, and then I was going through some turmoil, thinking in my head of things that some of the things I'm working through. And what came to me was, just open your eyes. It's already in front of you. You just got to open your eyes. You're not seeing it. Because of the turmoil, because of me trying to want it to look a certain way and appear a certain way, and it's not that appearance, I'm overlooking. Right? And so it's just like the item I was looking for in the drawer that was there the whole time. A lot of this stuff is right in front of our face. We're just not seeing it. We're either not seeing it for what it is, which is a big thing, right? You're not seeing these things for what it is. You see it, but you're not seeing it for what it is. That was the first message that came to me. Open your eyes and see it for what it is. The other is, open your eyes and see it. It's there, right? You just got to take some time, relax, and quit trying to see it in how you think it should appear. Just open your eyes and see it. And if you don't see it, you might be overlooking it. So relax and open your eyes. See it for what it is, and make sure that you're not in a haste overlooking it because of your turmoil. So that just came to me. So as you were saying,
that's mainly because you just stop overlooking it. We're overlooking it. We do that because what we want it to look like. Well, we got this. Yeah, we want it to appear. But another thing you just said, just look at it for what it is. Look at it for what it is. But then at the same time, just look at it. It's there. It's there.
I promise you it's there.
So that's our perception, because we have a way. We want it to look, feel, smell, taste, do whatever it is. We got this. But just because this is what we want it to look like, don't mean that's what it is. Just open your fucking eyes.
No, it's right.
Because it's right. Yeah. And
right in front of you. Open your eyes.
That's where we got to slow down.
Yeah.
That's where you got to slow down. And I've been getting that a lot too. Learn to be patient. Let me tell you another thing that I've been getting hit with. This one gonna be for you, P. Being guarded. Being guarded and letting down walls. And me and P did we did a way back. This had to have been this been about a good 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Shit, this right when you started Training the Brain. And we did the one where we were doing a podcast on Spotify. Yeah. And we was talking about raising your inner child. And we even came back and doubled down on it. We said raising your inner child. Here's the other part of that. How many of y'all healed y'all inner child and started healing y'all inner child? Because we can raise them, but are we healing in that process? And then the next question is, what does healing look like to people? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody say I'm healing, but everybody's healing ain't the same. Everybody not gonna heal the same. And can you heal and build at the same time? Because I would like to think I'm a multitasker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing: if you just sit up here, if you fall on the ground and you scrub your arm up, you scrub your arm and you pull some skin off your arm, you're gonna put some Neosporin on it, a Band-Aid, and you're gonna keep on going. The arm is gonna start healing. That don't mean life stops. You know what I'm saying? Life don't stop when you're healing. So just because you got to do some work on yourself and And the reason I go to this is because when I say guarded, a lot of our fortress. Somebody told me I'm in a fortress. I put myself in a fortress that I'm guarded, and it's hard, and I got to start letting down the walls. You know what I'm saying? And then I start asking, well, what am I guarded against? But here's the thing: you have to start going back to the root cause of what was really hurting you. What was the patterns? And then I heard somebody say something so cold, and I start thinking about, look at the patterns, right? Look at the patterns, and I don't mean what we do, right?
Yeah.
If you want to see uh, uh, you raised your son, I raised my kids, right? We raised our kids. Now you would say, well, let's go back and see how did they fathers raise them. And if we didn't have that, right, then you start saying, well, how did the uncle do, right? So a lot of us is we don't know how to love people correctly. We don't know how to receive love correctly. We don't know how to disperse it correctly. We don't know how to do a lot of things correctly because if you look at the pattern, we wasn't shown it. So if we wasn't shown it from our parents, that means our parents probably wasn't shown it from their parents. So that means their parents probably wasn't shown it from their parents. And it's a pattern. So now you start looking like, oh, he ain't shit or she ain't shit. But no, we just didn't learn it. This is not a learned behavior that we know. So what we're doing now, we're going out on the fly saying, we're going to break this generational curse.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to do it our way so we can start so that our kids can say, I can look at what my daddy did. And then their kids can say, I looked at what my dad, we're starting a new pattern. But you can't fault people for not knowing what they don't know. And not, you know what I'm saying? I can't be the strongest third leg track star if nobody ever taught me how to be a strong second leg or first leg. You know what I mean? If nobody ever showed me how to run track and I just get out here, I can't say I'm gonna be the fastest person out here if everybody else done been training. You've been training your brain, right? You've been training your body.
Absolutely.
I plugged you in right there. But I can't be the best if I'm just jumping into it and I don't know what we're doing. But now all of a sudden I want to come in and be better at it. So you know.
So when you say the process, and now you just reminded me, we need to grab our paper and our pen. But when you say the process of raising an inner child and or re-raising an inner child, that process is about healing. So that is, it should be part of the process. So I'm glad you brought that up. So when we say raising an inner child and or re-raising an inner child, depending on how you look at the process of it, the whole purpose, the sole purpose of that is growth and healing. That's what we're talking about. So you're going to have to heal when you go to re-raise. A big part of that is healing. So absolutely, that should be part of the process, and that should be your thought behind it. Strengthening is healing. So whether you call it healing or whether you call it strengthening, with a purpose, it's still healing. Even when we in the studio here at fitness and I do corrective exercise with people, I always tell them if they have an injury, well, part of the injury, that's a weakness. And the way that we keep that from coming back and the way that we heal it is by strengthening. So when we say re-raising the inner child, you're really strengthening, which is healing and how you stay healed. Because something could feel better temporarily and it's just being masked, like if you put a Band-Aid or ointment on it, like we were talking about before. So the way you keep something feeling good, extended, and not going back and forth to you have to strengthen is healing, and that's how you actually don't just mask it, because sometimes people can feel better for the moment, but a week later they back to where they was at.
So what's the practice for you on how you like, how would you go about healing? I think you got to do it in sections anyway, right? You can't just say, I'm just going to heal my whole body right now. You know, take a piece and piece and piece.
You got to identify area of weakness and train and turn it into a strength is one of the things I say.
So what would be a good healing practice for you?
For in general, you can talk about emotionally, physically.
Let's go with a childhood trauma. Let's go with that. How would you go about?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to before we go into that, it was something else that you said. Patterns. You was talking about patterns, and you were saying that it's not a learned behavior, which is true. If you wasn't taught a certain thing, but it could also be on the other side a learned behavior. Some of the things that people exhibit most of the time is a learned behavior. Right. And that's also the reasoning for raising or re-raising your inner child. It's because of the learned behaviors that a person didn't have an opportunity in their youth, in their adolescence, and their immaturity to really defend themselves against. They just took all that stuff on because it was the norm. It was what was taught by the adults, by the uncles, by the brothers, by the cousins, by the hood, by whatever, by the schools, because schools play a big part of that too, right? So it could be not taught, or it could be what was taught. And either way, part of that process of re-raising the inner child is to undo some of those things that may have been a learned behavior that now becomes part of that pattern, whether it was taught or not taught. So it's almost a double whammy, right? It could be some things that was taught, and it could be some things that probably should have been taught that wasn't. You know what I mean? Like you talk about being financially responsible, financial literacy. Right. That's something that maybe wasn't necessarily taught to most people because it's not taught in schools. Right. Like it should be. Right. Those real life skills is not taught in schools like it should be. Not just the household, but the schools that we go to, because a lot of times you spend more time in them schools than you do at home anyway. So I just wanted to touch on the patterns that all those things kind of is what re-raising or raising inner child is about. Now, we was going forward talking about
how do you go about healing? What's the process?
And you said childhood traumas.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I talk about the 30-day goal, habit sheet, and all those things that I've been talking about, I named it that. I termed it that. But that came from me and the best practices. When I talk about best practices and like, or we call it the best practice sheet as well, right? I termed it that because that's what I was doing. So most of the things that I teach in the studio when I'm training and stuff, or when I'm working with people, it's all because it's what I was doing, and then I had to give it a name because I couldn't just tell people do what I was doing up front. You know what I mean? So I had to give it because most of the things that people learn and study is after somebody has named it something. They classify it as something. You know what I mean?
Just classification.
Yeah. And now people can say, oh, this is called this, and this is this, and now they can study it, learn it, and utilize it. So all that came from me working on my own childhood trauma. And what I got obsessed with and addicted to was finding times where I made mistakes myself, or challenging things that I feel was mistakes that was taught to me by adults at that time. So it would be one or the other, not everything at the same time. So I'd be like, I remember when I made a decision at a young age and I did that, and that was foolish of me to do that. But that was something that became part of my life. So now I have to, as an adult, I know better, and I got to go back and say, okay, that was a mistake that I made the decision to do that, and now moving forward, I'm going to fix that, remedy that, and not be of that nature no more, of my own mistake that I made. So I identify the weakness in myself when I make mistakes. I also go and say, okay, now let me challenge some of these things that was taught to me by family, friends, community, right? That it was taught to me, but it don't mean that it was right. Me and my mindset where I'm at now, because I'm the best representation of myself for myself, I got to challenge these things and see if those things that I've been using for however many years is right. So then I go, wait a minute, nah, that ain't right. And some of that shit you already know it ain't. You don't nobody even got to tell you. It's just accepted. You know what I mean?
You know what I think is a big thing that we do?
That's how I do it.
Something that I know we learned wrong, and I don't shoot the messenger. Something that you know we did wrong, especially in the Bay Area.
Specifically in the Bay.
Because this is some town business right here. I'm going to tell AOB.
All on the bitch?
All on the bitch.
The fact that I know that.
Because we grew up. This is...
So So wait a minute, bro. Don't let you finish, but I got to quantify, because we talk about quantifying stuff, what you just said. AOB, and I'm not calling nobody no bitch, but the acronym AOB stands for, that's what it stands for. We can say all on the bay, if that make you feel better. But AOB, and this is why Kacey go finish what he was saying. I'm just paraphrasing it for everybody that's outside of the Bay. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's some town business.
Right.
And AOB means all on the bitch. And it just is what it is. That's the acronym, all on the bitch, and what it means. And that's part of where we come from. They say this is the pimp culture, and you got the player culture that attached off that breeds off of that. But go ahead.
This is exactly why I said it, because we are learning and we are teaching the wrong thing in our communities. This is a bad behavior and a bad pattern that we're teaching, because real men and real women, we get out here and we go get it as a unit or individual. I don't need to get it out you, even though listen, I've been there past life, you know what I mean? But we need to start teaching, be independent, be self-sufficient, be love yourself enough to know that you can go do it for yourself. Because a lot of times some of these bad behaviors, some of these bad practices, P gives you the best practices. I'm giving you the bad ones.
AOB
is a bad practice, but a good practice at the right time.
Does it bring the best or the worst out of a person? Some of these bad practices. Now, since you brought it up and we talking about AOB, now wherever you from, you might have gangbang, like you might be a gangbanger, that might be part of the culture. You might whatever.
Y'all say MOB.
You know, MOB. You know what I mean? Money over.
Yeah, or MOE, money already. Y'all know you got your terminologies.
So, and everybody has their thing, but those is more general. But
right.
I think people have things in their area. You know, like you just pinpointed.
Right.
And when I was saying community, that's what makes you
right.
that. So I'm glad you brought that up, because that is something that could be a childhood trauma.
Right.
That you came up learning, utilizing.
That's a pattern.
To an extent, and that's a pattern. And as an adult, you now in your mindset where you are, you're saying, you know what? Even though I found success in this mindset, AOB, even though I identify and I recognize and I know what it means, I gotta, in this mindset, also understand that ain't what we should be teaching, right?
It's the wrong thing to teach, but then we teach also, it ain't tricking if you got it. So you either gonna get it out the bitch, and it ain't tricking if you got it. So you're gonna get it from her. So
would be, but see that ain't tricking if you got it. That's not from here.
It ain't. Because it's still tricking even if you have it.
So that would be bad behavior too.
Right.
On the other side.
Because it's like you robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get it out of her to go trick off on her.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. You know, and a lot of
do what you want with your money.
Right. But
on you.
It's a pattern, because that's when we found it from somebody else. Like my favorite movie growing up was The Mac. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so it's a pattern. We look at it, we know it. What Drew Down say, pimp of the year. We know it. You know what I'm saying? This is what, look at Sugar Free, man. We know it. You know what I'm saying?
Which is Panda Cousin.
Sugar Free. That's my guy right there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we know the patterns. And even Sugar Free, I just seen Sugar Free the other day say, "This is my real wife. Yeah. You've been holding me down." We can put on this facade, right? And a lot of times, man, I'm gonna get it out of her. I'm finna run her for everything she got. But you really be secretly in love with her. Secretly be loving on her and doing all this shit. But then you go to your partners and start putting on like, nigga, I just broke her for everything she had. Why would you come out there and do that and say you just broke somebody who learned the difference? Are you breaking her, or is she helping you? You know what I'm saying? Is you really trying to pimp on somebody who's trying to help you elevate? Sometimes we be backwards.
Now that's on the male side. Now on the woman's side.
Go ahead.
A lot of women be taught, and this is not just for the Bay Area, this is universal. A lot of women be taught to get a certain type of dude so that they don't have to contribute in no ways other than cooking and cleaning or whatever. They are taught, oh, you better get that ball player.
And they like old niggas.
Oh, or older.
Oh, older. Yeah.
Not too old.
I don't know.
Old enough to be young, a young OG.
Well, because we got a little grades now, so we ain't gonna say not too old, but a lot of y'all be out here chasing these old men. We still prime. We prime time.
Yeah, but I know like 65, all that, whatever. But at the same time, or young dudes with money because they feel like they stupid and they can separate them from their money, and they really only want them for their bread, which is worse. You know what I'm saying? Yep. An OG who he he know what time it is, or a youngster who falling in love and she know it and she don't really want nothing but that paper. You know what I mean? And she gonna skate off on him and spend it on.
But you know what they say though.
And spend it on the nigga who AOB.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what the old head gonna say, nigga, I didn't pay her to stay. I paid her to leave. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
That's how they gonna view it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't paid her to stay. I didn't want the headache.
So these patterns in childhood traumas come in different shapes and forms. It can be it don't matter if it's male or female. It don't matter if you from this demographic or a different one. But if you care to do so, you have an opportunity to challenge any bad habit. You have the opportunity to change it.
Way to bring it back.
And you have the opportunity to go in and say, hey, you know what? One thing at a time.
Mm-hmm.
You got the opportunity to say, hey, I identify this as a bad habit and it was something that I once lived by, but as I progress in my life, it's not something that I want to continue to live by. It's actually baggage, and I can do much better than what I was taught at that time of my life because I'm teaching myself now and I'm a better teacher.
And you feel better with it. And you feel so much better. Yeah. When you break them ties from people. Here's a tip. I don't know if it's a tip or a little lesson I want to put out there real quick. Man, break some of them soul ties that you're holding on to. Break some of them soul ties and some of them connections. Every connection ain't good for you. Sometimes you can have too many plugs plugged into the socket, man. You'll blow out your whole fuse box, man. And your fuse box be your body and your brain, man. Break some of them connections, man, because not everybody for you. And I know I say that a lot. Not everybody is for you. You know what I'm saying? So break some of them connections, man, and make yourself feel good, man. If you can put and dedicate time and energy into trying to get it from somebody else, imagine what you can do if you would just put that time and energy into doing it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And if you like me and you're gonna just be argumentative about some things, you're gonna say, I am doing it for myself if I'm getting it up out of her. No. Earn it, work hard for it, or whatever you got to do. But if you can take the time to sell a dope rock, if you can take the time to scam, finesse, or do any of that, you can take the time to invest in yourself. You can take the time to build yourself. You can take the time to heal yourself. You can take the time to do all the good stuff.
Yeah. Ted told me make sure the mic stay next to our mouth. I don't know how to do that other than talking because I mean I'm moving around and talking, so hopefully y'all can hear it. But
hello.
Yeah, absolutely. So
don't worry about it.
You have to hold it. Oh, she say. Let me see.
No, I just made it back. Testing.
Bring it closer. You can unclip it and move it closer.
Yeah, that's what I just did. She talking about yours. Mine must be good.
Yeah. Hey. But in any case, what other topics you got?
No, what is playing in your face though?
Oh, that's what's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing in your face. So I think this is a cultural thing. I don't know if certain cultures say that, but I know one culture for sure, which would be ours.
Yeah.
People say, don't be playing in my face.
No, you know they got one that they like to say, don't come for me unless I send for you.
She said, don't move your mic. She can hear you.
Oh yeah, see, cool beans.
So she set you up right, and then just did mine.
Hey man, listen man.
She did me scam.
Nah man, she put you in the game.
Nah, that's how I be though. You know what I mean? Be the ones closest to you, man. Be the ones closest to you. But anyway, can you hear me now?
I don't know what playing in your. I hear that a lot. Playing face. Don't play in my face.
I'm glad you brought that up because it's one of those things that people never give no thought to.
Mm-hmm.
Like the idioms, the sayings, and all those things. It's so many, and people never pay no attention to them. They never really. They just say it and regurgitate them. But that's one of the ones that if you put some thought into it, what's playing in your face? I think it come in. She rolling her eyes, so I guess that means she can hear me because she heard what I said. It'd be the ones closest to you, man. I tell you, like, you gotta watch. I think playing in your face. It depends on the individual and pretty much what it means because I can hear people like my aunties and mom and people right now. I tell you what the fuck it means. Don't be playing in my face.
Right. But what does it mean?
I'll say this. It means like don't be doing nothing silly too close in a person's what is it called? when they area, what do people call it? They
in vicinity face,
yeah,
I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
like my personal
You
space.
personal space. There
Don't
you
be
go.
playing and doing nothing silly in a personal space. Well, it also means like people be putting their hands in people's face, like they play fighting or doing something.
Yeah.
Like, don't be putting your hands. You like. So I think it just means like don't be too close to my personal space, playing around when I don't feel like playing.
I took it
because
to mean.
There's times when people be playing and it's all good. Sometimes everybody ain't playing.
I be thinking when somebody say don't you playing in my face. What I think when I say playing, when I hear somebody say you playing in my face, knowing you don't like somebody, but in their face you acting like you like them. Ah, yeah, man. Hey, would you mess with such and such? Man, I wouldn't touch that girl with a 10-foot pole, man. But then here she, hey, man, how you doing? Beautiful. You out here looking like, oh, come here, you know. And I think that's playing in somebody's face. If that's how we're going to adjust, I think that's more so playing in their face, you know, knowing damn well I don't like you, but I don't know. People just come up with it just like they got another one that they say, you're gaslighting. Where the hell do these words come from? Where do they? What's gaslighting? They say gaslighting again, playing in the face.
Yeah.
I'm saying something to make you do something else. Wait, is that right? I'm saying this so you do exactly what I want you to do. I, it's they just making up words these days. They just giving you shit.
Yeah.
Let's just call it a name. Just like you classified where you said we give classify.
Yeah.
Vegans.
Yeah, I hate titles and names and shit.
I'm gonna say vegans. Vegan came a thing what about 10 years ago?
Probably.
We've been vegans a long time. We just called it poor.
Eat top ramen.
You didn't get no meat.
You got no meat because it costs too much.
We vegan.
Look in that cupboard and figure it out.
Yeah, we got bread and top ramen. That's vegan. And or pancakes for dinner. You know. But we just giving everything names and charging more money for it. You know what I'm saying? And giving it a platform. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, people say that all the time. Don't play in my face. You playing in my face. I'm not playing in your face. Just because I say my piece or how I feel, don't mean somebody playing in your face just because you took it some kind of way. Shit, take shit how y'all want to take it. You know what I'm saying? Pete?
Don't be playing in people's face though either. I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I mean. Everybody ain't playing, so whether you and don't be fake and phony, because I would say that's fake and phony. Like when somebody is are playing with somebody's emotions. You feel me? You really ain't feeling a person a certain way, and you know, but when they come around, you just hype them up to get something out of them. You know what I mean? That's immaturity.
It's a pattern.
To where a person is just playing with somebody's emotions, making them think something because they want something, but all they want is what they want, but they don't want nothing else to do with them. You know what I mean? So,
that's a pattern. We learned that at AOB.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's where we learned it at.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm
I'm
gonna say X, Y, Z so I can get where I'm trying to get. Yeah. Patience, right? I know we didn't jumped away from it, but patience is very important, and I'm learning it. I'm practicing it. I'm practicing patience, and I have none. So my next thing that I'm gonna ask P about. First off, we just jumped straight into this shit, and we didn't even talk to y'all about sports. Did you watch that shit?
Which one?
The NBA Finals.
I did not, but I saw.
Nobody watched it. Nobody watched it. The most boring. People in Boston, because that shit was horrible. Kyrie disappointed in you, and Edwards very disappointed because you weren't even supposed to let Dallas get there. So boo to you. Good job, Jaylen Brown.
I will say this though, I'm happy Cuz got one.
Tatum, Jaylen Brown.
No.
Horford.
Yeah,
Horford.
Because, you know, he was with the three that came out of Florida. It was him. God dang it, I'm forgetting their names right now, but they played at Florida.
Mm-hmm. They all won one.
They won a championship, right? Mm-hmm. And they were supposed to go to the NBA. They stayed another year, won it again, back to back. Then they all went to the league. And out of those three, and they all had good. What's the one was the point guard, and then one was a forward, and then him. One played for the Bulls. The one that played for the Bulls,
Jalen Rose.
No, he was like the center and the forward that played for the Bulls, had the curly hair.
Jakeem Noah.
Yeah, him. Him, and then the other one he played for Denver, and he was the point guard, kind of lanky though and skinny. Not McGinn. What's his name? But him. Them three they came out.
For who? The Pacers?
No, he played for the Nuggets, and he
Nuggets.
played for.
I don't know nobody off the damn Nuggets.
But anyway, they all three played at. You'll know all three of their names if you look up. They won the back-to-back
These some nice
championships
ass shirts too.
Yeah,
these some nice ass shirts. You did right. You did right.
So
like, I
yeah, I had to throw them together real quick for us. But for him to get one that was big because at this stage in a lot of people's careers they end up going out
like Dwight Howard.
Yeah, and this is 17th year in the league, and now what makes it even more dope, he's won at every level. He won the back-to-back championships
in college, but he been on the Celtics for hella long.
Yeah. He been on Celtics for a minute, but before that he was with like
the Hawks.
Yeah,
and he was their best player there.
Yeah, no, he's a boy.
Yeah,
all three of them.
That's
the point. But out of all three of them, he's the only one that won a championship at this level. Even though all three of them three together went back to back in college. So
where Clay going? I think Clay gonna end up probably in New York.
No, he gonna stay where he at.
I don't think so.
But I didn't watch it. I did see that the Celtics won, and my biggest takeaway from that was shout out to the boy Al Horford because
I liked it for Jaylen Brown to win it.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, for everybody.
Yeah. I mean,
Tatum
even
got that off his back down. They all.
And he young too.
Yeah. So to get it right now is and they better watch out. Them boys might get another 2 or 3.
Yeah, that Jaylen Brown, that dude is smart as shit, bro. Yeah, Jaylen Brown, dude is probably getting like a master's in some science shit right now. Dude is smart as shit.
Because when these teams that's been the guys retire in the next 3 or 4 years, when the Currys and the LeBrons and all these dudes start to retire, the Tatums and all them dudes for the be right there.
It's his era now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and Evers needs some help because he's him too. Yeah. But they got to give him some help.
Interesting who step up when these dudes retire.
Yeah,
it's a little shift change in the NBA.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see.
So have you been praying lately? Have you been in your closet? Because I've been in my closet. You've been
every day.
Yeah, man. Gotta pray, and I've been noticing that life has been getting a little bit better, even in some dark times. And we go through these dark times a lot of times. I do. I've been. Let me rephrase that because I got to make sure I use my words correctly. Make sure that I'm speaking positive words instead of using negative affirmations. I went through some dark times. I let go. I gave it to God, and I see the benefit. A lot of my brother just said something to me today. He said, "Damn, Kacey, I didn't even realize you was out here last year." He said, "Cause it been times where I wouldn't see you for years on end, and then he like, now I see you here, So, but that's what God do for you. Sometimes you just gotta. I've been overwhelmed. I'm talking to some of y'all. When you get overwhelmed and your body starts to take on a healing process of its own.
Yeah.
When you can be so much overwhelmed that sometimes I'll be sitting there watching a movie and it don't even have nothing to do with nothing, but I feel it, and then a tear be out my side of my. Why am I? You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing: your body. P says this a lot. I don't know if he said it on here a lot, but I talk to P, and when P, man, my back hurt right here. My damn neck been hurt. I ain't doing. Man, we got something for that too. P always P will tell you, man, foam rolling gonna cure everything. Right? And I believe him though, because I've been foam rolling. But your body heals itself. Your body is naturally designed to start healing itself.
Indeed.
And we think physical, oh, I hurt my finger, it'll get back better. But your body is designed to heal itself. Mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, your body is designed to heal itself. So sometimes we're going through so much and our body is saying, hey, slow down. You're overloading me. And I'm going to have to sit you down for a minute. And I'm going to have to start releasing some of this, and you may not like the way I release it. So it may say, hey, you don't want to stop? I'm gonna give you a stomach issue because I need you to take a break. You don't want to, you don't like to release some of this stress and stuff that you're carrying. I'm gonna start making you release some of it, and you just cry out of nowhere, yell out of nowhere. Your anger might be coming, then the projections might start coming where you lashing out at people, you giving people unwarranted energy. Your body will let you know when it's time to take a break. And what we have to start doing is becoming conscious of what our body's saying to us and start listening. What Pete said just a minute ago earlier should be right in front of our face.
Open your eyes.
Just open your eyes and look. You know if you're not doing well. Mm-hmm. The problem is a lot of us think that we can handle everything. Now I can just keep on going. I can just keep on going. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. And your body is saying, no, it is time to give me a break. I need to heal. If you keep on driving your car and it keep on overheating, at some point you're going to blow out the radiator, the gasket, something where you're going to have, the car's going to be no good no more. And you're going to have to get a new car. The problem is you don't get a new body. You don't get a new life. You don't, let me rephrase, you can get a new life, right? Because you can reset. And this is one thing when P always give you all the best practices. Practicing best practices is really saying, let's reset the bad practices. We already been doing all these wrong for so long. Let's reset and do it the right way, do it the correct way. And doing it just because you're resetting don't mean you're giving up it means exactly what it says. Reset. Let's start this shit over, because if you're playing Madden and the computer cheating or this person whooping your ass, you cut the game off. And then you start over until you can win. You can't necessarily start life over, right? Because nobody can go back and be born again. So I ain't never doing this again. That's hindsight. But you can reset and say, I know that I don't want to do that no more. And I'm not going to do that no more. So I'm going to start over, or from right here. I'm going to start from right here, because you can't go back. You can't take back what's been done. You can apologize, let it go, and move forward, and know that moving forward, I won't do this action anymore. A lot of times we have to reset and replace. And I just came up with that right there. Reset and replace. Reset. Yeah, let me start this over. My bad, I fucked up. And let me replace these bad practices with my best ones. Right? Replace some of this negative energy with the positive ones. Because our bodies tell us, I'm overwhelmed. I'm overworked. You don't have to try to take on the world at one time. And a lot of times we're trying to take on everything. Think about it like this. Life gives you problems and it puts it in a car. You go to the car and you grab all the grocery bags because you don't want to go back up the stairs. I'm just going to take all these shits. You got waters, juices, cereal, canned goods, soaps. You got all the heavy shit. You walking up the stairs like this, your fingers are swelling up. You trying to get up there, right? That's what we're doing with our problems. We go into the car and trying to take all of them and overworking our bodies. Stop doing that. Take what you can handle and leave the rest till you're ready to deal with it. Stop trying to overload your body and overwork your body. You only get one. You only get one temple. Watch what you put into it. You only get one mind. Watch what you put into it. Watch what you let invade into it. You only get one body. Watch how you treat it. Watch how you treat it. You only get your energy. Stop taking on everybody else's. Everybody else's energy is not for you. Protect your energy. Protect who you let around your energy. And everybody can't come to your house. You don't let everybody come to your house, do you? If the cable man come to your house and knock on your door, you ain't gonna let the nigga in, right?
No, nobody's gonna buy. Real talk. And if you do come, you gotta take your shoes off, wash your hands upon entry.
Protect your energy. Protect your peace.
Yeah, shoes.
Right. And that's a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You're protecting. That's the boundary. Right. And I don't like that word either, but I understand it now. People say you got to set boundaries, but the reality is you have to set fucking boundaries to protect your peace, to protect your energy, protect your mind, to protect you. But stop overloading your body and your mind and trying to carry everything and then thinking you can heal yourself and protect yourself when trying to carry everything because everybody in here ain't weightlifters. Everybody can't carry all that shit. And everybody don't want to be a bag lady or a bag man trying to carry all this extra ass stuff. Deal with what you can accordingly, piece by piece. Try to lighten the load. It don't matter how many trips you got to make. What you got, P?
Value and preventative value. So, a lot of I talked about this in my book, and like when you're talking about the mind,
Mm-hmm.
body,
Mm-hmm.
all those things, people value things that are really that can be replaced.
Mm-hmm.
They put a high value on those things
Mm-hmm.
because that's what we were talking about appearance,
Mm-hmm.
and those things appear in front of their face is what they see and what they crave and what they learn and teach themselves to want, and they put a high value on those things that can be replaced. Again, it's because what appears in front of their face, but the things that's not appearing right in front of their face on a daily basis, and the things that are of true value and irreplaceable, people tend to devalue, like their mind, their brain, their body. They can't. And I'm not talking about the skin on the outside. I'm talking about the bodily functions on the inside, the organs, the joints, the ligaments, the things that people don't necessarily see without a X-ray. You know what I'm saying? Those things that are true value that are irreplaceable. Do you know why a person can go get a knee replacement? A person can go get a hip replacement. A person can go get a liver replaced, even a heart.
Yeah.
But an individual could never get a brain replacement. Nobody could ever get a brain replacement. Do you know why?
Because the brain is it controls everything.
The brain is who you are.
So if you get a new brain, you're somebody else.
That would be somebody else. The brain is who it houses who you are.
Yeah.
Our identity, our everything, who we are, starts in the central nervous system.
How long you thought about that?
Which is the brain.
How long you thought about that?
Huh?
How long you thought about that?
How long I thought about that? I'll be thinking about this stuff and writing it down. And this is in my book. We'll let me talk about it right now. And it's something of the highest value. A person, they don't have brain replacements because that's who you are. Taking on someone else's brain, you would be that individual. So these things are of the highest value, but people, because they don't see it every day, because it's not marketed to them, because it's not advertised to them, they tend to put a value over something that can be replaced, like cars and clothes and money, which these things are man-made, right? But the things that are not man-made are actually of the highest value and should be protected. Now, the body will take care of itself in a reset, like you said, or in a rehabbing type of fashion. Like, okay, because these things have happened, now the body needs to be reset. It needs to rehab so it can get back. But utilizing that central nervous system, your brain, which is should be controlling everything, even the body, when it's functioning correctly, then you have the opportunity, if it's good enough to be, and I teach this when I'm training people, we're about to work on getting you better. We're about to work on rehabbing this thing with corrective exercise. But if it's good enough to rehab, it's good enough to be preventative. It's good enough to do in the first place. It's good enough to be a best practice. It's good enough to do ahead of the time, all the time. So if it makes you feel stronger when you were weak, imagine just being strong when you were already strong and putting these things into practice of where you would be. So anything that you find when the body is resetting, anything that you find when life is resetting, those things you should take and equip and learn to master and utilize them before you need a reset. The same things that are utilized in rehabbing or when resetting if they're good enough to be done for rehabbing, then it's good enough to be preventative. It's good enough to utilize ahead of time. So you making up your mind to work in that manner will help your body. Making up your mind to work in a manner of, I'm going to make decisions. And that's why, funny enough, you spoken into existence.
What I say?
What you did.
What
you
I
walked
say?
in here and you said, Pete, I see all these damn signs is what you was talking about. And guess which one you looked at? You looked at the one right there that says it's not 80% nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, man, I'll mess around and say something. You gonna say, and you just did it right there. Because you literally just did it. Because it's not 80% nutrition and 20% exercise. It's 100% the decisions you make.
Right.
You've spoken into existence. It's 100% the decisions you make.
What I just told you.
Yeah,
what I just told you that I've been manifesting.
Yeah, and that's what you just did when you walked in here today. You chose that one out of all these damn things on the wall. That's the one you went to and looked at and said, "This is some shit you'll say when I say something." Well, hell damn it, I'm gonna say it right now.
Look what's in front of your face.
What
piece say you gotta see it. I told you my blessings been coming, but I told you it's like everything been manifesting for me. And as soon as I say it, this is y'all just watched it on camera. Y'all just watched it live. I just told y'all it's like when God been blessing me, it's just been coming in, and even when I don't expect it, just comes in and boom. Y'all wasn't even on camera, and I was making fun of when I said, now why? I was like, now why? I'm just going to I'm gonna eat a banana today, and this nutrition. And y'all to see, he just said, you just did it.
Yeah, you did it. Yeah, right there.
I try to tell y'all.
It's 100% the decisions you make, and what that means is that based on what you decide to put in your body, based on what you decide to do with your body, based on what you decide not to do with your body, based on what you decide not to put in your body, this is a decision that's going to have an effect. And you decide, right? The food didn't decide to go, the alcohol doesn't decide to, you know what I mean?
Well, it do decide.
A person depriving themselves of sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, bad habits are decisions just like good habits are decisions. So you decide in a way, and the more you program your mind to be proactive in that way and strong in that way, the better your body will be. Train the brain.
And the body will follow.
Indeed.
You said something else earlier too, though, when I was telling you about overthinking. Like, I can't get out of my head. But then you said something. P always does this, doesn't he? He said something that I already be thinking. Like, how do you tell a person who's a thinker to stop overthinking? Make it make sense. That's like telling a fish not to swim. How am I supposed to stop thinking when I'm breaking down everything? Let me look at this. I got so many. Yeah, but you're in your head. I live there. I live there.
Good things come from there.
Yeah, I live there. And then what he just said, if you can get a transplant on everything except your brain. So if somebody said, man, let me trade brains with this person, right? Let me trade my brain with his brain. And put my brain into P's not P no more. He's me now. And he gonna start saying the same shit I be saying. And he already thinks how I be thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Don't let nobody put their brain in your brain. That's the message. Without you even knowing.
And I didn't even. Because
that's what be happening. AOB, that's putting your. It's ways in manifesting, taking somebody's brain. That's what slavery was, for real. You know what I mean? The physicality of the individual that was being controlled was actually more physical than the person who was doing the controlling. But what they was actually able to do was manipulate their brain.
Be careful who you let pour into you.
Yeah. So
be careful what you letting them pour into you.
Do a transplant without sitting down and getting open.
Oh, I was thinking about something. I asked somebody a question the other day, P.
Okay.
I asked somebody a question the other day. Getting it out the mud. Getting it out the mud. Have you ever had somebody get it out the mud with you? And then they said, explain what do you mean by getting it out the mud? Right? And I said, I knew what I wanted to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what I want to say, but how do you explain getting it out the mud? Because
it's like playing in your face. It's the same.
It is.
Good meaning, but what does it mean?
Right. And so I had to ask myself, what is so to me, this way I explained it. This is out the mud. I had nothing. Very hard times. I've made something out of nothing. Right. So when I say, have you ever had somebody get it out the mud with you? How do that look like? What does that look like? Right? Because this is what does this look like? What does it feel like? What is somebody getting it out the mud with you? Well, I explained this to my brother today. Getting it out the mud with me Don't if I'm selling pizza, hey, I'm finna make a pizza, and I'm gonna sell this pizza for $7. But I'm a little shy, or I'm not the best salesperson, but I know how to make a pizza. You know what I'm saying? You may get out there and be like, man, hey, bro, make the pizza. I got somebody who's gonna buy them slices for $2 a piece. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and whip this real quick here, make the pizza. You know what I'm saying? Sell the pizza. Now I just made it, you just sold it, right? We working this thing together up into the point where now we got 10 pizza shops. We did this together. We came out the mud with this together, man. Hey, I was making them, he was selling them. Man, he was saying, hey, bro, they asking for pepperoni and sausage now. All right, well, let's find the pepperoni. This is us, right? This is how we grow together, right? This is where we grow. Instead of us one moving this way, now hey, this is how we gonna rock, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's getting it out the mud with somebody. Don't come in when I already got the pizza shop. All right, and then start making pieces and hey, I can help you grow. I don't need that. Now you're just an employee. Right? Now you're just an employee, or you're gonna bring something else to the table. Right. So when I think of getting it out the mud with somebody, I think meet me at the ground level. Meet me at ground zero. And let's work our way to one. Let's work our way to two. Let's work our way to three. And let's do that's what to me getting it out the mud with somebody mean where it's uh even swap, no swindle. I put in just as much as you did to get the results that we did to get here. That's getting it out the mud with somebody. And oh look, P, somebody said something. If uh if it don't compliment, we not doing it. I couldn't read the rest of it,
Yeah.
but I want to respond to that too. I just couldn't read what it said, but yeah,
That was
man,
agreeing with what we said.
yeah, but yeah, man, get it out the mud with somebody. Everybody wants somebody to get it out. I can't say what everybody wants. I would like. Somebody was telling me something about when I asked them this. They said I had somebody do most of it, but they fell short over here. But everything else was pretty good. I said, well, I think I'm going too far with that. I'm gonna leave that off. No, because I forgot what I was gonna say. I lost my train of thought. And y'all see P is on his phone this episode. This is when y'all know it's live because P is on his phone.
No, what I'm doing on my phone, because I don't have my sheet right here. Some of this stuff I'm writing down, and then I was trying to find that comment for you. So
Oh, you found it?
I was about to tell you just.
Yeah, I put him on blast. Yeah, P has been on his phone for the past 30 minutes. Don't worry about it, y'all.
I'm multitasking. In order to get it out the mud with somebody, first and foremost, you have to have belief. Because
Right.
the person who is getting it out the mud or starts something on their own,
Mhm.
they believe in it.
Mhm.
And everybody don't always believe.
Right.
They don't believe until the empire is built, and then everybody wants to become
And then they
part
wanna
of it
jump
because
in.
they didn't believe in it at first. They yeah, whatever. Everybody talking about what they gonna do, and then when the shooting star finally, while you were shooting on the way up, nobody didn't really. But once the star shot to the top and it's shining, then
Now everybody want to
wants
come
be
in.
part of the
Yeah.
shine. So a person, in order to get it out the mud with somebody, they have to be a believer too. They have to. If they don't necessarily believe in the thing, they gotta believe in the person. The person who is saying, "Hey, this is what I'm doing. You could be a part of this." Well, they have to at least have belief in you, right? You may have belief in yourself and the thing that you're talking about. They may not be able to see that far, but they have to at least have belief in you, right? Or the other way around, the person has to have a belief in that person that they're about to join on this journey. You may not believe in this thing that's over here, but you believe in the person. If you believe in the person, then you're going to personally bring your strength. The other thing that you was talking about is bringing strengths, and that's the hardest thing with building a team, whether you are established already or not. The hardest thing, the best thing would be to be able to build a team before you already, because retroactively is very difficult to do. That's where I'm at right now, working on building a team after I already built you know what I'm saying? I have built a form of an empire that's still growing, but now retroactively working on building the team. Right. That's the area where I need to grow for the empire to continue to grow. Right. To build the team.
Expansion.
Yeah. So you have to be able to have individuals who not only have belief, but they have strengths, and everybody play to their position and bring those strengths. That's a beautiful thing, by the way, whether you get it out the mud or you come on and you have strengths that you can bring to the table. The timing, whether it happens in the beginning if it happens at somewhere in between. If a person can bring some real strength, it's still a good thing. But it's a beautiful thing if it happened in the beginning. And that's also what I was kind of talking about. You made me think of again when I was talking about I had went kind of left and I was talking about everybody wanting to have their own brand.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I was talking about. Sometimes because you were saying like people, I don't need you to come when I already got this thing.
Right.
What happens, especially nowadays, even if you have your own thing and people can see it and they've been watching it and they like, damn, I see you doing your thing, bro. That's dope. What individuals will do is say they can do it too.
Mm.
And try to replicate you, even though they got it from you, being inspired by you without saying that they was inspired
by you, right?
But then they'll come out of inspiration from you to you with their brand and say, bro, we should do this and combine their brand with your brand instead of simply coming in with their strengths and saying, how can I bring my strengths to the brand that I've watched you build because I've been watching you? But everybody want to have brands now. So that was the message that I was talking about. And like you said, don't come to me now that you feel like you've been watching me all this time and I didn't fall off. And now they like, shit, I've been watching you all this time. Shit, this nigga must be doing something right. He must be doing something grand. He didn't put his kids through school. He didn't put his
talk your shit.
He didn't did all these things. And shit, he ain't fell off yet. Well, shit, I'm gonna do what that nigga did.
Talk your shit.
And now that I'm doing it, if he can do it, I can do it too. I'm gonna holler at that nigga though. But when I come holler at him, I'm gonna say, hey, you know what? This my brand, this your brand. We should put them together. They started their shit 6 months ago.
Now you want to come to me. Now you want to come to me.
But don't want to come to you in the spirit of, I watch you, bro, and I believe that I can contribute with this strength and let you say, bro, you know what? I could that shit with, bro. If you did that, me and you could bubble like this within the brand, and this brand could become the new Nike. This brand could become the new Ferrari. This brand could become the new Toyota. This brand could become the new
General Mills.
UPS.
Shit, right.
This brand could become the new FedEx. This brand could become because all those individuals have people who believe in their business, their brand, their mindset, and they brought a strength. They didn't bring another brand. Now, that don't mean after this thing goes that a person can't branch off, but there are steps that have to be taken. So don't come to me with your 6-month brand trying to tell me that I need to join the 6-month brand when the better thing would be everybody come along and let's make this expand. So then Jordan can become Jordan because Nike became Nike first.
Hey, it takes a team. Y'all gotta really. I be getting excited because I get excited because I see, like when you just went on and said, I'm building my team. I'm looking to build a team to expand. Like that's nobody understands. Half people ain't gonna understand this talk because this is boss talk. I swear to God. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to say like that, but because I get so excited because I have people. They don't even know that I'm watching them. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know that I'm watching you for a certain role that I need fulfilled. But I'm watching you. And it's like, yo, you don't see what I see. But I see it because I'm watching you. When y'all don't realize that we're thinking of solutions, problems. Everybody say, oh, y'all just in your head. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, I'm in my head. I'm thinking about the outcome, what can go wrong a million times over, what can go right, because all it takes, it can go wrong a million times, but all I need is it to go right once, right? So I'm thinking of all these outcomes. But don't you just get excited when you know, like, oh, if I get this person on my team, if I get this person right here on my team, you're going to take me. And that right there, like, but then you start realizing that half of you motherfuckers is, everybody not meant to be on the team.
They're not team.
Everybody. Michael Jordan couldn't play with Isaiah Thomas, which is crazy because they probably would have been hell.
Yeah.
They probably, can you imagine that Isaiah Thomas, Michael Jordan, and Scottie Pippen?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, and Pippen.
But Jordan wanted to be his own brand.
Yep.
Isaiah wanted to be his own brand.
Yep.
And Jordan came in after Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaiah was like, I'm not going to be part of your brand.
And the motherfucker with the 6-month plan didn't get nothing.
Yeah.
Scotty, you got the ring, but they ain't give you no, they ain't even bless you, Scotty. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I get excited just knowing when you start looking at the growth that you can make, and you like if y'all when y'all be, everybody not meant to be business owners, but when you start looking at a business perspective, you start looking at the potential outcome. Like, yo, can I grow here? Yo, like that shit is exciting to me.
Yeah, for sure.
That shit is scouting.
Yeah,
it's like a scout.
Hey, right now, as we saying this, you know, it's individuals that have the opportunity to bring a strength to the table. Don't just sit back and kick back. You know what I mean? It's brands being built. It's things being put into motion. You know what I mean? We're not just talking. We living it. We doing it. And individuals that have strengths, bring them strengths. Let's go get this paper. Let's go build these businesses and these brands to what we've been consumers of and taught to be consumers of majority of our life. Let's quit being consumers. You know what I'm saying? And take our knowledge of being a consumer and how to make sure that we bring the best brands for our consumers.
Let's start building suppliers.
You know what I mean? Being the suppliers and being mindful of how and what we supply because we know what it is to be a consumer. You know what I mean? I look to make sure that the consumer is valued because I've been a consumer. You know what I mean? I don't want to consume shit no more, except for any consuming what has to do with my business and my brand. They gotta always tie in to my business and my brand winning if I consume something. That's the only way I consume wholesale. You know what I mean?
That's a good sale, shit.
You know what I mean? But besides that, I want to make sure that we operate a certain way, we do things a certain way. We was talking about this before. I don't even know if we was on. Yeah, no, we had talked about on camera. I was saying I built my in-house certification, and everybody that come on, they have to take it so everybody speaks the same. You know,
right.
We have a brand, and this is how we do. And I have an onboarding process.
Right.
And we was talking about you having that onboarding process when you are bringing in like the truckers and all that, and them meeting a certain criteria and understanding that this is how things operate, and you can kind of weed the people out with the onboarding process. I have an onboarding process for my members, not just my practitioners and coaches and all that. But having that practice of having the onboarding process, having those things instilled, what it really does is just allows you to make sure that everybody is their own individual, right? They bring their own individual's style to it, but we are operating in a way that best suits the brand and the consumers of the brand. So it best suits the business. You know what I mean? It's not, we're not leaving it up for chance.
Right.
You know I mean? So
here go a piece of free game for y'all if y'all thinking about going into entrepreneurial businesses. Don't try to do every idea that you got in your head. Pick one, because starting a business costs money. And some of y'all be having 10, 15 ideas. Oh, I'm finna do this. Man, pick one. Pick one, focus on it. What P like to say, master one thing. I think that's what you're talking about, man. Pick one, man. Get good at this. Let's work this one for 30 days. Let's see how that works. Because look, a lot of time y'all get out here and y'all start. I did it. I can't even say y'all. I did it. When I e-commerce, wanted to sell cups, plates, gloves, trucks. I wanted to do everything, and then you start realizing like, yo, this shit costs money. Samples cost money. Shipping costs money. And all this stuff costs. And unless your pockets is real deep, if your pockets is real deep, you wouldn't be thinking about trying to be an entrepreneur. This is why we do it, right? Because we trying to get to a certain level. But it costs money, and you got to be mindful on budgeting and learn how to budget, learn how to save, learn how to stack, learn how to write it down. Write it down and know what you got to spend, know what you can afford to spend, know what you can't, because what you'll find is you'll run out of money before you even get to the product. You'll run out of business. You'll go out of business before you even get started.
And if you can find your purpose and walk in your purpose and do that for a living, that's a beautiful thing. Or at least find something that you're really, really good at. Like it comes easily to you. Either one. Or walking in your purpose and your passion, or at minimum, something that you're really, really good at. then you have an opportunity. Like, for instance, some people can really cook. They just always cook, cook,
Mm-hmm.
cook, cook, cook. Well, if you decided to start a food truck, it's right up your alley because you could cook. You're really good
Right.
at it. You enjoy cooking. You go eat anyway, right? So now it's gonna take some work and some money to get that food truck started. But because you're really good at it, you're more likely to be good at it and actually make it into a business that you can work through the hard times and get to the good times with. What happens though is kind of like what we was talking about a second ago. Individuals look at what somebody else is doing, what somebody else is good at, and then they be like, "Oh, if they can do it, I can do it too." And you know, a lot that's okay if you're talking about riding a bike. They can ride a bike, I can ride a bike too. Swimming, they can swim, I can swim too. Driving, they can drive, I can drive too. But just because somebody starts a certain style of business or works at a certain company, and you know that person, and you feel like you're equally yoked, like you like.
Hey, that's my word.
Equally yoked doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be in that same arena. That arena found them. They found that arena. They fell into a good spot. I remember one time I was at my partner studio recording some. My partner Big Z, shout out Big Z, and he looked at me. He said, this was years ago. He's like, bro, he was like, Pete, you found your lane. You found your lane, bro. That's what's up. And this was when I was first, like, I was like my second or third year into my fitness business, and you know, I was coming out of like recording music, and I was over there recording, like, I think I was recording one of the songs for I'll be using for my commercials for like for the business or whatever. And then he was like, "Pete, so what you been up to? I've been seeing." And as I was talking about it, he could see like the how I was talking about it, like the passion, and the livelihood. And he was just looking up at me. He was looking, and he was like, "You found your lane, bro. Bro, you found your thing." Now he was happy for me,
right?
Because he could see that I found my thing at that time, and he was happy to see it for me.
Right.
Like you good now. You gonna be good going forward because you got your thing. So my point to all that is, if you can find your thing and take the time to find your thing, then being an entrepreneur is a lot easier at that time.
And it's hard for us to go back.
Oh shit!
It's hard to go back. Like, I went on an interview one day. And the lady offered me. She already had a number in my head. If you offer me anything that don't even sound like this, then, and even when she told me the numbers, and I was just like, yeah, let me think about it. Like, you know, I can't. It ain't. We can't. Once you jump into this game, it's hard to go back into the other. It's like trying to unlearn. Trying to unlearn and dumb yourself down, and you don't want to do that. P, I was gonna tell you something. When you said equally yoked, boy, I found somebody who. Let me. I gotta be mindful on how I speak this. You ever seen somebody who matches you bar for bar? I seen it, bar for bar, and it's exciting and it's a little scary. And I said it's a little scary because when you see somebody who match your energy for energy, you have to start asking yourself, what kind of energy are you giving out? You know, that's gonna go over a lot of y'all heads. But if you see somebody who matches you verbatim, stride for stride, and you find some things about them that you don't like, look in the mirror. There's some things that, you know what I mean. And I found that, and that's a little exciting, a little bit scary. So equally yoked, man.
Drop us something in the chat if you watching or if you can hear us. Drop us something in the chat. So that comment in the chat was.
Oh, you went and found it.
Yeah, it was. If it don't compliment, we not doing it. You should be a compliment, not. You should be a compliment and an asset. Someone that gets it out the mud with you is someone who comes in at ground zero and helps you build. Be an asset, not a liability.
Hello.
So I got the chat up. So if you happen to be in the chat, you can definitely hit us right now.
And let's get it out the mud. Hey, I watched P get out the mud. I done got out the mud, and somebody said we're not in the mud no more. Listen, y'all can look at it. People look at it and say, "Oh, y'all at this point, and y'all doing good, and y'all successful." When you in this, when you doing it, you don't look at where you at. You just trying to keep it up and maintain and trying to grow. So where y'all would see success, it's hard for us to step back and say, damn, I did this. Look, I'm here. You celebrate your accomplishments when the mission is complete. But the mission ain't complete right now because in our head, we on constant growth. We didn't hit the number. Y'all can see a step up, but we're looking for the where we trying to get to. And if we don't see that finish line that we trying to get to, then we don't see the accomplishments that y'all see. So y'all got to give us a little slack when y'all say, you know, you doing this and you don't see it. You gotta speak that into yourself. Shit, how I'm gonna see that?
I mean, at the end of the day, getting beyond struggling, you can get to a level that's beyond the level where you were, but you struggle to get to that level, and you struggle to stay at that level, and then you struggle to level up from that level. So when a person may see where you are and where you come from, what you're seeing is the struggle to the struggle of coming from where you came from, the struggle of staying, maintaining, and the struggle of getting to where you really want to go. In fact, the reason that you got to where you are, when you say that, the reason that a person has gotten to where we are is because we struggled. It was a struggle to get there. And it's a struggle to get to where we want to go.
Right.
We just happen to be at this point right here.
Right.
And tells us keep going, right? Because we know that we not where we once was.
Right.
That's why we are still fighting the struggle to get to where we know we can get to. Because shit, we got this far. So it's a struggle, and we want to get to the point to where it's not so much of a struggle. That's what we're working. That's the turmoil. The turmoil is getting to the point to where it's not a struggle. We get to a point to where now we are able to really enjoy all of the work we put in going through the struggle and put the right individuals in the place to bring them along as well, because we're no longer struggling. We are now able to build ourselves up and others. And so the struggle is real until you get there. And that's what you see. So I appreciate it when people recognize the work that I put in.
Right.
There's a struggle that is still in existence to get to where we're going, though. Even with the brand No Cap, as we're building this, we're in that beautiful struggle of leveling up.
If y'all want to come get it out the mud with us,
man, now's the time.
Subscribe to the channel, like, share, send it to your friends,
Buy some shirts.
Leave comments in the chat, communicate with us, let us talk. You know what I'm talking about? Just like this is how we grow.
Send right now while we are live right now. Tell somebody else to tune in right now. If you tune in. Man. Leave us a comment if there's something that you want us to talk about.
I'd rather do this like this when Pete just told y'all he found this niche, and dude said, man, you found your, like, to me, this is the niche. This is the niche. Like,
this right here. Oh, man,
I'd rather do this all day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If we can do this all day. And this is with you though. You know what I'm saying? Like, period. Like, nah, you got game. Like, P got game by itself. If y'all ever watch the channel, P be talking good game. P he's an encyclopedia too. You know what I'm saying? I like to think that I am myself. So when we do this right here, this is dope right here. You know what I'm saying? And I can do this all day. Sit right here with my partner and chop game up with my partner all day and give y'all information. And where we get this information from? The struggles. The struggles we go through and the accomplishments that come with it. Now, sometimes I do sometimes. I like to step back, and it'd be rare, but it'd be the moments in despair when you start, when you feel down. God damn it, P. It's the best practice. When you find yourself getting down and having a bad, damn, man, this shit ain't going right. Damn, this shit fucked up. Then you start, that's when, for me anyway, well, shit, I got this. I did do this. Well, shit, I did do this. I'm right here. Yeah, I did do this. I did do
being thankful.
Yeah, grateful.
That saves you in the turmoil.
Yeah.
It definitely does. And you got to learn to do that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, a person would be overlooking the blessings in front of them. And sometimes what saves you in a turmoil is that, oh, my Auntie Sheila, hey, thank you for tuning in. My Auntie Sheila, absolutely, thank you.
Hi, Auntie Sheila.
Yeah, and sometimes, that's what, for me, like you say, for me, and obviously for you, that's what saves me. Is when I be like, when I get in my head and I'm like, man, this and that, or this person ain't doing this, or this is this, and things start weighing on me. What I realize and what I learned to do, like I was talking about being in traffic, and I don't like traffic. Well, I start being thankful for the blessings that are obviously right in front of me. If I'm in traffic, what I mean, I'm blessed to have somewhere to go. If I'm in traffic, I'm blessed to have transportation.
Yeah, I just say you got a car.
You know what I mean? If I'm in traffic, I'm blessed to have the money to pay these high ass gas prices. So a lot of times, no matter how upset we get with the struggle or what may be going on in our life, there's an opportunity to be thankful if you just flip the coin. And when you start to be thankful of those things, you'll start to feel better. Everything may not be fixed in that moment, but you start to feel better. And when you start to feel better, then you don't stay stuck. You can start moving and get into the solutions. And the goal is not to stay stuck. You may not necessarily fix every issue in that moment, but you can start to feel better. Because if a person don't feel good, then things are even worse and it gets compounded and you go the other way. So when you start to recognize the blessings that are right in front of you, even if it was a bad day, a bad moment, when you recognize those blessings, you start to feel better. Now you can start to move better.
What Deion say? You look good.
You
You feel good. You look good. You look good. You play good. You play good. They pay good. Hello. Hello. So man, listen, man. Sometimes I know I find myself sometimes like, man, this shit, man, be having me. And then I start looking, man. I got a house. Like my car paid off. I got my own company. My truck paid off. You know, got my dog. That dog was expensive as hell. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Dogs should be a tax write-off.
They should, and you know what they are.
What?
Yes, they are. I'll tell you. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Dogs are tax write-offs.
They should be. I don't know.
Yeah, they are. I'm gonna send you the dude, but yeah, they are. They are.
When did that start? Last year?
We just didn't know. It's been. We just didn't know. We just didn't know. But
yeah, no
you don't know what you don't know until you know it, right? Until you know you don't know it. I'm assuming who hey, yeah, it's a protection cat. But a dog is security.
Oh, how you classify it? Classify it as security.
I
was talking about as a dependent, like a child. That one,
boy,
that's what
boy, y'all need to get some of the medical bills back, because every time I hit it, isn't 200, 300 every time you go. Yeah, because that's security. Yeah.
Yeah. On a business, you can write it off as security too.
Now you just learned something new. You just learned something new. Yeah, look.
I'm talking about the dependent.
Man, write his ass off on there. Give him a social security number. Give him a tax ID number. Hey, facts. Hey, man, let me go ahead and put DOG, whatever year he was born. This is my dog, because this motherfucker right here, allergy pills, food. Nigga, you need a job, and all you do is sleep and cry. Sleeping, yeah. Shut your ass up. And Peter, fuck you. And do security. Hey, yeah. Peter get mad, man. You can't do your dog like that, man. Fuck you. You wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Hey. When it comes to training dogs, by the way,
whoop their ass.
What you don't train the dog, you train the human. It's a fact. Put it like this. You can whoop the dog ass, and eventually the dog does everything that you want it to do. However you get it to do it. You could whoop his ass, you can put a shock collar on it, you can take it to somebody, pay them to train the dog, and then the dog come back to you doing everything you want it to do. And you have a way you have the dog do everything you want to do. Okay, do you live in your house alone? No, you don't. You don't live in your house alone. So if the point is, especially if you don't live in your house alone, let's say the dog does everything you want it to do, how you want to do it. But there's other people that live in your house, and then they don't follow what you have taught the dog to do. They start doing things their own way. You say the dog not supposed to be over here doing this, they let the dog go over there doing that. You say that the dog's supposed to do this on this command, they don't use that same command. So now the dog is confused. And the dog starts to do whatever the hell the dog wants to do. So you don't train the dog, you train the human. You train the humans on how we are all going to train. The best well-behaved dogs are a reflection of the individuals who train them.
The nigga just made that up, yo. I'm just
so everybody in the household has to be on the same page and follow the commands. Don't be trying to do your own shit.
Man, listen, man. My dog is a stubborn ass dog. If he hear the door open, he comes to the top of the stair and look to see which door opened. If it's the front where we're going on the walk, he gonna come down. If it's the back where he can go use it, he gonna run back in his cage. My dog ain't shit. Dog, he's stubborn. He's stubborn, but he is smart as hell. And you know, I love my dog.
In order to be stubborn, you have to have some
common sense. Yeah. I'm not gonna call him no dumb dog by far. I might call him a dumb ass here and there, but shut your dumb ass up, you know. But that's the way we communicate.
Joking. You don't whoop his dog. You don't call. We don't need no people coming in talking about that's a good. Love our dog. We love our animals. We do not in any way. You know what I'm talking about. So anyway,
this how my dog be. When I be asleep, I hear this shit right here. I'll be like, hey, don't make me come in there. Here, stop. Hey, stop. All right, I got you. Then I go to open up the cage and he run in the back and then stop. No, hell no. You done got me up now? Show ass out this damn cage.
So if you quit putting him in the cage, he wouldn't do it. Train the human, not the dog. All right. That was live on here. Train the human, not the dog. Take him out the cage. You won't scratch the cage. Let him sleep somewhere else outside of the cage, and you'll be just fine. You won't have to do that no more. You're welcome. I didn't even charge you for that. What? You got another?
No, I was gonna tell you something, but I forgot now. I forgot what I was gonna tell you, but I think this was a good episode already. Still, anyway, this was still good. I forgot what I was gonna tell you, but man, life has been good. Even when it's bad, it's been good.
Y'all got anything before we get off of here that y'all want us to speak on in the chat? Put it in the chat. We will definitely go over it. Or if you have an opinion on anything that we was talking about, and you want us to expand on it, put it in the chat.
If y'all haven't took some time lately to love on yourself.
Every day.
Every day. Give yourself some love. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you love you. Hug yourself every now and then. Every day.
Respectfully selfish. I got these shirts that I've made. I gave one to one of my members. I call it Respectfully Selfish. The next book that I'm gonna write, not the next one, but the third one. I always say the next one because I like to say the title is Respectfully Selfish, but the next one is Truth Through Experience. So Train the Brain and the Body Will Follow was the first one, obviously. The second one is Truth Through Experience, and then the third one is Respectfully Selfish. Be respectfully selfish.
Man, give yourself. Love yourself. Yeah. Love yourself, because we all need it, and sometimes
even in a relationship.
Still
respect yourself, love yourself, and give yourself everything that you need so you can be even better for that relationship. It could be a romantic relationship. It could be a business relationship. It could be a platonic relationship. But in any relationship, it could be a mother, son, or son and father, daughter, whatever. In any relationship,
and it's okay for you to make mistakes. Nobody has all the answers. It's okay. It's okay if it didn't go right. It's okay. If you fuck up, it's okay. Guess what? As long as you wake up and you can do it again and try it again, reset, replace, move forward. But love yourself and always tell the truth. If you ain't gonna be real with nobody else, be real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to carry all the goddamn bags.
Indeed.
Well, since y'all ain't saying nothing else, glad y'all tuned in today. This is the first episode of No Cap Live.
And the first episode of us being in the same room at the same damn time, you know, and the first episode of us wearing our No Cap shirts.
Yo, even though he had the purple one, that purple one go crazy though. But I'm sitting over here looking at it. This one go hard too though. But hey,
so again, even though I think we said this in the beginning, the story behind the shirts is we actually have a bunch of shirts coming in. But today, I waited till the last minute because I wanted to make sure we was getting known because I know
he didn't know if I was gonna come or not.
And well, even if he came, I didn't know if he was gonna get pulled 100 different ways. He was gonna actually be able to sit down.
I designated today for you.
And so when he hit me this morning, I said, "Damn it, I gotta make these shirts."
Mm-hmm.
And guess what happened? I went to go make the shirts, and for whatever reason, my system did not want to work today.
Hey.
It didn't want to do.
But it gave you 2 shirts.
No. Hell motherfucking no. This shit, man, it took me 3-4 hours trying to get my system to work. It still ain't working, but I manipulated the system. I made it do what I wanted to do, even though it wasn't doing it.
You played chess with it.
Yeah. Even though it wasn't doing what I wanted to do, and I was able to get these shirts out of it. But
where the chessboard at? He ain't got it. He ain't got it yet. He ain't got it because I was about to tear his ass up. He knew what he was doing. The name went up, bring the chessboard. Nah, it's too late. On the phone? On the phone? This mother. See, this is what P doesn't know.
What I say with that? That's like 2 players. That's like 2 players, man.
Hold on, is this the same one? We on the same one?
I got the chessboard at the house though.
Is that the same one?
It's a very nice chessboard that my mother.
Oh, why I can't play player by first? Oh, this ain't the same one. What you got?
It don't.
What's this one
called? I got 2 players, man. I got 2 players, man. What? I would flip. I ain't never played 2 players like that. It's funny.
Oh, look.
It's funny that he automatically took the white piece and moved first. He didn't flip no coin. He didn't say nothing.
No, the nigga didn't put it out. He didn't put the board there.
He didn't do rock, paper, scissors.
No, reset it. Reset it. You just left the phone there like, here, nigga, I got the check.
No. You didn't do what you
No, restart started over.
No, you didn't do what you gonna do now. You didn't did it now. You know what I'm gonna do for you, my young brother?
Hey man, listen, man.
There you go.
Y'all ain't got to. This game gonna take all day, man. Y'all, we will be back on the air. And P ain't been putting them up. Yes, he have. I seen him. I seen the pink shirt. I go off the shirts.
But you know what? The reason they different though, these 2 shirts, is because right at the last minute, I manipulated. I figured out a way to get it to do what I wanted to do, and then I ran out of time, and I got to go back and fix it. It was just it kept saying not responding, and then it wouldn't. So the software is supposed to highlight when it's gonna cut out a certain way. It wouldn't highlight it, so I had to go in and manually make it like highlight basically. And then when it didn't highlight, I had to hand cut it myself.
Oh, you hand cut this?
What didn't highlight? That's why I'm like So he was talking. He still was talking shit.
No, I told the nigga he could have gave me the purple one, but the purple one the purple one was crazy. The purple one go crazy though. I ain't gonna lie. I just like the way the purple it sticks out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why he took it.
But this how they supposed to be though.
Yeah,
they're supposed to
that
be
go
like
crazy.
This how they supposed to be.
Oh, this one don't look like that. Oh, that's why. Oh, you know what?
Oh, you didn't even know. I thought that's what you.
No, nigga. Nigga knew he was true. Talk about all right, we're gonna give you this one. Nigga knew what he did. This nigga shit got the bowl behind it. I'm just looking. This shit just looked different. I mean, mine look clean though, but
see, that's what
but that one, I didn't even notice that. I just seen the purple. I didn't realize he had the purple and white. But now, I mean, look, man, y'all see what he go through.
But see, I gave you that one because it's cleaner than this one because I had to make not cleaner like rawer. I'm talking about cleaner and neater because I had to manufacture this to make it look
actually,
like this.
No, I mean, really, to be honest, bro, they look like they can be in a mall. You know what I'm saying? They look like they can be in a mall, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Literally now when the machine is working, I'll tell you this though. Open your eyes, it's right in front of you and see it. So
that's a shirt.
Oh yeah. Open your eyes, it's right in front of
That's
you.
a shirt right
there.
there. That's a shirt right there.
Open your eyes and see it. It's right in front of you. It's coming soon. That's about to definitely be a shirt. Open your eyes and see it. It's right in front of you.
Yeah.
And that's a nice
You ain't got to put that
shirt.
shit. Just open your eyes.
Yeah. So
ooh, that was clean. That was a good one.
I got my manufacturers who I contract my stuff to. I send it to them, and they just create all my stuff and send the patches. Send them to me, so I don't have to do that part, but I can just press them up at the house, right? But when I was doing that, when I did this, I even though it took me how long, I'm like, oh, once I fix the system, I can make these. I can make the patch myself. I figured out. I just figured out how to make the patch.
So you just learned. You just taught yourself a new. You just taught yourself something
Even
new.
though I was hella mad for 3 hours at the dang thing,
There was a lesson in it.
Me working through that, I just figured out, bruh, you don't even gotta really wait on them patches unless you want to. But in the meantime, in between time, this is how you can make them patches yourself, and not just for the no cap shirt, because it was, I got my other ones that I normally do. And
he got hella material, yo. I don't know if y'all. He got hella shit.
When I be in between, I'll be waiting on them. I ain't gotta do that.
Yeah.
Because I just figured out how to do this.
So it was really just a lesson that you was going through. It's a process. That
was basically the whole
manifestation.
Today was all about.
He probably you probably already had thought, man, if I can cut out the middle, man, because I know that's how you think.
And so, but the reason I started going to them, honestly, because I was talking about building that team and me not wearing all the hats and having to do everything.
Hello.
So that's why I did that. However, it'd be sometimes in between times when an order might come in and I gotta prolong the order because I gotta, oh shit, I don't have that particular patch in, and now I gotta contact them, go through the hassle with them, wait for it to ship in when I could, because I could, I can actually make that one.
And you can't even feel it, like I feel it, but you yo, Pete did it. That boy good.
No cap.
That boy good.
And you know what else? I gave you 2 different styles. You got the wool, the nice and clean without the background, and you got the one with the bow behind it. Yeah. So I gave you 2 different styles all in one.
Hey, you really just did your third thing real quick. You really just did your third. You see, 3 hours, 3 hours. But what he just learned was priceless.
Indeed.
What he just learned was priceless.
I'm about to go make hella these shirts at the house, and they ain't even got to wait on the patch. Matter of fact, before you get back on the plane, you gonna have at least 2 more shirts.
All right, good. I need 2 more shirts. I
need with the I know you want the gray and what you call it.
Oh yeah, for the Raiders.
You want the
hey, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back in town just so I need to start making it a point to make sure at least I get out here a few more times where we can do a few live episodes.
Yeah, we're gonna keep hitting out with the lives.
Because the lives, we do it how we do them anyway, but nigga, you didn't even move.
You didn't move. It's your move, sir. You forgot you just jumped in.
Bro, you tripping. I just moved. It's your move.
Oh, it's my move. Oh, you moved there. Go ahead, young brother.
Hey, man. Listen, y'all. This is going to be an intense game right here. I ain't got to stay on here and watch this because it's going to be a massacre. And I'm Freddie or Jason, whichever one who did the massacring. Yeah. But it's been a real pleasure, man. Y'all see my boy P out here. We've been in the gym. Ooh. Hey, I don't know if y'all know, P buff as hell. P buff as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm losing weight. So y'all can follow me on my fitness journey. Sometimes I'll be calling P out of nowhere. P, what I'm supposed to do with this? He done told me to get on the ball and do these. And sometimes it is. Sometimes I think I'll be picking up the wrong ball.
I got him right there.
Yeah, he got him. But sometimes I might try to get that green ball right there, and that's too big to be trying to do the hyper extensions. And what P taught me was make sure that you get somewhere, get your legs on the base. So I'm gonna say, yeah. So P would say if you're gonna be on the floor, make sure your knees is kind of spread out, shoulder length, and have something to preferably the wall, right, where your feet is based up on, where you can get a good base. Because what you want to do is you want to come all the way down and then all the way back up as high as you can. and keep on going down. But what he also gonna tell you is don't stop in between where you do this and then you up here and you start. Wait a minute, you got to keep going. It's like doing a backwards ass sit up on the ball.
But you're using your hamstring, your glutes, and your low back, and it's just a method of when doing it the way that we're talking about right now. I use it to strengthen the posterior chain, primarily the back, but it's also activating the hamstring and the glutes.
And for the players out there, it'll help you with your old lady.
Yeah, all of it will.
Yeah,
all of it. Fitness in general. I'm telling you,
man. Can you imagine that move right?
Man, I'm telling you, fitness in general is the way to go, man. Don't keep yourself active, man. Keep yourself young. Keep your joints and ligaments. Take care of your mind and your body. And a way of doing that is a healthy and fit lifestyle. Without a doubt, I strongly recommend it. For sure.
And that's real talk, no cap.
Okay. This has been an first official live episode of No Cap Live and Direct in person. We right here in TTBFC Studios. If you are not already a member of No Cap, make sure you become a member of No Cap. If you're not a member of TTBFC, make sure you become a member of TTBFC. There's more ways than one to become a member. If you're not currently a member or a consumer of
self-invested 80s, baby, man, right here.
What's the abbreviation?
Seeb Transportation.
Transportation.
Hey, I'm on Instagram now. Seeb Transportation. Seeb.transportation on Instagram. So like and subscribe to that page, man.
Spell the Seeb so they know.
SIEB. Self-invested 80s babies.
Seeb Transportation.
Seeb Transportation, man.
And even if you're not in the Georgia, Atlanta metropolitan area, you can still utilize the services, and or he has individuals that he works with out here in the Bay Area too. So even if you're in the Bay Area,
A to B transport,
we here too. Just tap in. You can still contact Kacey. He can get you referred over to some of his partners out here in the Bay Area. So,
and I also got people who help you do financial planning and life insurance and health insurance. Man, we got. Listen, man. When you start dealing with people who out here networking and working, we know some of everybody, man. We try to keep our hands in a little bit of everything. So reach out, and if I don't know it, he probably know it. And if we don't know it, we probably know somebody who know it or know how to get to it. So
indeed. Did you move?
I did.
All right, so we're gonna finish this game up, y'all.
And we'll let y'all know.
Keep giving y'all this game that we giving y'all on here. Thank you for tuning in to a live episode of No Cap. We out this time.
You know how to cut it off?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I do not know how to cut it off.
I think you gotta hit the X. Hit the X.
No, if you hit the X, I think we just go.
No, that might cut it off.